Hi, Tommy Heffernan, veterinary consultant here with Precision Microbes. So I'm talking today about Precision Microbes practical applications for calves. So our unique liquid prone postbiotic practical applications. It comes, for large volumes in 10 or 20 litres. What are the roles and applications practically on farm? And there's two potential opportunities for use. At higher dose levels, we can use it for digestive upsets, for gut stabilisation and recovery. Where we're seeing huge benefits then is long-term use. And this is interesting because if you're a farm and you've seen it work well with calf recovery, well then the benefits of going long-term are absolutely huge. And why is that? Well, we know the product's effective for the farm biome and the calf gut biomes that you have in your farm. Well, if we see a fast recovery, well then with long-term use it's huge. But let's talk about practical applications, so practical dose rates. So if we go up first and we think about digestive upset, so we're thinking about scour, okay? And you need to talk to your own vet, of course. But what potential agents? So if we think it's a digestive scour or a digestive upset, it's a game changer here for recovery. If it's bacterial or viral, it depends on the severity, but it's a super product here again. And then if we look at crypto, maybe coccidiosis, these are parasites, so they need to be treated as well as microbes, so treatment plus PM. What kind of dose rates are we looking at here? What kind of protocols? So if it's just a mild digestive scour, calves are up and suckling, you may or may not give oral fluids, but 60 mils daily, okay, for 5 to 7 days for these calves. Works really well. Plus or minus fluids, and that'll be made with your own vet, your own decision making on farm. With bacterial and viral scours for recovery, again I go 60 mils daily if they're mild. With severe cases that are getting intravenous fluid therapy, maybe oral therapy again, you can actually go 60 mils twice daily if needed, okay? So that's just to let you know, 60 mils twice daily for these really acute calves, and you'll see everyone will talk about speed of recovery, okay? And why is that? Because it's a very unique liquid. It's prone postbiotics. Particularly the postbiotics we have in there are designed to repair and heal. That's where the gut stabilization piece comes in. Okay, so there are your kind of your main viral bacterial digestive. With crypto, you need 60 mils daily, works well if they're mild, plus a treatment for either the parasite coccidiosis treatment. So that's what I would say when it comes to cryptosporidium. So we look and see whether we're using oral rehydration therapy, whether we're using other medicines. Again, back to your own vet decision making on farm. It will depend on the severity. What is really interesting about our product is it can be fed orally or in milk. Okay, so we think about when we have digestive upsets or scour issues in calves, it's often going to be in groups of calves. So, for example, if I have 10 calves, it's very easy with this regime to put 60 mils per calf. So if it's at 600 mils a day, through the milk for 5 to 7 days, it can be fed in milk. Again, what is it doing? It's helping gut repair. It's also super for appetite. Okay, so it really is a super product when we're looking at bulk feeding calves through milk. And again, the key thing I would always have seen, and with thousands of farms using the product now, and you'll hear about customer testimonials, is early intervention. So the earlier we get in, the better. Okay, so that's kind of practical uses for calves with digestive upsets. When we go past kind of 5 months and older calves, we actually are getting super feedback again, and it's just, you just up your dose rate, daily dose rate to 80 to 100 mils if they're up to yearlings. Again, you probably go orally. It can be fed on meals, so we have a lot of trials going on with feed and concentrate, and I have a very large trial looking at calves actually getting PM through their meal, and they're doing extremely well, no issue with intake. So for older calves we can do that. So that's your digestive upsets piece. Now, where I think the product is a real game changer is in healthy calves. So we know when a calf is born up to weaning, there's all these challenges around stress, disease and everything, and they're all having a massive impact on gut health. So stress impacts the gut, our pathogen build-up in calving, all these sort of things will affect the gut. So with long-term feeding, we're supporting better digestive, gut health and immunity. Remember, 70% of the calf's immune system's in the gut. So you can imagine if we're supporting that, we're helping the overall immune system. So really helping calf health here. And the protocol is pretty simple here. It's 30 mils daily per calf, okay? Fed in milk. So in milk here is what you want to do. and it can be fed from day one, best fed from day one. How long you feed the product, some people will feed up to 30 days, some will go to 60 days or whatever weaning might be, where the risk period, what they're trying to do. Will you eliminate scour completely? What happens scour? It's a good question. So I was responsible for all the trial work. Where you're dealing with digestive and dietary upsets like calves transitioning from whole milk onto milk replacer using automated feeding systems, where there's that transition, it is a game changer on farms in that space. With viral and bacterial scours, we've seen a reduction in severity of disease, recovery of calves and appetite, so the calves don't go off as much. What I will say where we're using the product with cryptosporidium is we're combining it with halofuginone, okay, and I'll tell you why. So that's often your trade name people will know as Halicure. So as a preventative, that's a licensed product, so that can be used for 7 days. It's usually fed with milk at a dose rate of 8 to 12 mils. So that is a very effective product at preventing cryptosporidium, but it can be quite hard in the gut. What we find is the combination of Halicure and PM is working really well. We have a slightly different protocol for crypto that we have on hundreds of farms now and really getting great success. So when you're dealing with crypto, what I would say and what we're seeing is 30 mils of PM twice daily for the first 7 days, okay, plus your halofuginone, okay, plus your halofuginone, and then you can go back to 30 mils daily, all right. So here's my little spray bottle. So you can go back to 30 mils daily after the 7 days, and that is working really effectively. If you're feeding the 30 mils a day over that period of time, well, you can also, if calves get diarrhea with viral bacterial scours, you can actually top up for 30 mils for 3 to 4 days. So you can give them an extra 30 mils for 3 to 4 days. And they're sort of the protocols. Your decision to feed on, the beauty about the product is a very visual product. Usually when farmers come off it, they can see a difference in their calves and they'll go back on it. So, I mean, that's because the product is working and doing what it's supposed to do. So, Precision Microbes, a lot of writing, if you can even still see me here. There's 2 applications. Certainly a lot of farms will start with maybe the recovery, picking calves they're not happy with, digestive issues, scour, not thriving, trying the product at 60 mils for 5 to 7 days in milk once a day. You can go up to 60 mils twice a day for very acute calves that are on oral fluids and very sick. With crypto, you need to add in another treatment with that product. Works really well. Where the real benefits are, if you see it working up here, this becomes a game-changing protocol because we know the product's working in the biome of the farm, the calf gut. The results are outstanding, and farmers and vets will tell you about those results in the next part of this video. So there's practical applications of Precision Microbes on farm. I'm biased, of course, but these are game changers in the gut health space. Listen to what people have to say.
The optics, just to look into his first 2 pens that were on Precision Microbes and his other 2 pens that weren't, as in, seem to be thriving better.
The overall general health of the calf very definitely was better on the microbes than the calves that weren't on the microbes.
The easiest calving, not having calves sick. You have so much time.
The shine off the calves, the growth rates of the calves are, there's no setback. There is no setback this year. And like we haven't injected the calf since we started feeding the Precision Microbes.
Eliminate any digestive upsets and the odd calf that gets a bit of a scour. Just give them a double rate individually.
I'd definitely be happy to recommend Precision Microbes. It's definitely a very good product, and
I can't guarantee that it would work for them, but definitely I would give it a try, and it has worked wonders here.
Very happy with massive improvement, and even the calves look better, shine on them.
To their immune systems, and we haven't had outbreaks of scour on any huge scale.
I just have to say it's a fantastic product, and to know that it's a probiotic, that it's actually of benefit to the calves, you know, not just in the early stages but for the rest of their lives, you know, it's fantastic, it really is.
We've seen a huge health improvement in our calves. You know, visually they've got a great shine to the coat. Health-wise, there's no issues with any nutritional or environmental scours.
And I can honestly say, without it, we would have a massive loss in calves.
Feeding, particularly increased feeding, seems to be the biggest thing that people say. The calves are hungrier and more keen to feed.
Calf turned around straight away after getting the
Precision Microbes.
It seemed to work after 2 or 3 days. You could see the difference in the calves.
This year it's been a game changer. So far we are down to I think 25 cows left to calve and we have had no scour.
It was a game changer for us last year. This year, to prove the point, I'd say I've had the vet in twice.
And I have had good results with it. I believe it's very useful as a preventative tool. I think it increases the chances of maintaining a healthy herd of calves.
Definitely I'd recommend trying it. It may not work on other farms, but it has worked here.
Calves, they're a lot brighter, they're a lot more alert, you know, they're a lot more active running around the calf pins and that sort of stuff. We just find that transitioning period, you know, we're not getting any setbacks, we're having no real issues with scour. And
yeah, definitely. I think it's a no-brainer. It's cost effective for starters. It's not a dear product. And then compared to going in with what's coming down the line with antibiotics, compared to going in and with drugs and liquids on top of your sick calf.
Definitely, other farmers should definitely try it. It works here, it mightn't work in somewhere else, but it's definitely a vast improvement here.